students, today topic is lesson number 8, sampling techniques and statistical inference. Sampling is the process of selecting a sample from a population. EX number 8.1. Question number 1, what is population? The group of individuals considered under study is called a population. Number 2, what is sample? A selection of group of individuals from a population in such a way that it represents the population is called as sample. What is statistic? Any statistical measure computed from sample is known as statistic. Define a parameter. The statistical constants of a population like mean mu and variance sigma square are referred as population parameters. Question number 5. What is sampling distribution of a statistic? Sampling distribution of a statistic is the frequency distribution which is formed as values of a statistic computed from the different samples of sample size drawn from the sample population, the same population. Question number 6. What is the standard error? The standard deviation of a sampling distribution of a statistic is known as its standard error, SE abbreviation. Question number 7. Explain in detail about sample random sampling with the suitable example. The sample are selected in such a way that each and every unit in the population has an equal and independent chances being the selected as a sample. Generally, use the following the methods. 1. Lottery method. This is the most popular and simplest method. When the population is finite, in this method, all the items of the population are numbered on separate slips of papers of the same size, shape, and color. They are folded and placed in a container and shuffled thoroughly. Then the required numbers of slips are selected. Number 2. Table of random number. The random number table has been so constructed that each of the digits 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on to 9 will appear approximately with the same frequency and independent of each other. The various random number tables available are: number 1, LHC tipped random number series. Number 2, Fisher and Yachts random number series. Number 3, Kendall and Smith random number series. Number 4, Random Corporation random number series. We consider row-wise selection of random numbers. First row contains 8 numbers, second row, third row, fourth row and fifth row contains 8 numbers, totally 40 numbers. We select first row 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second row contains, we select 3 numbers, 1, 2. Third row only 1 number we select, so first one. Fourth 3 selected, so first, fourth, and last but 1. Next last row we cannot select any number. So this is the example of a selection of random numbers. Okay. Now question number 8. Explain the stratified random sampling with a suitable example. When the population is homogeneous with respect to the variable, then the satisfied random sampling method is used? Number 1. The population is divided into different classes so that each stratum will consist of more or less homogeneous elements. The strata are so designed that they do not overlap each other. After the population is stratified, a sample is drawn at random from each stratum using lottery method or table of random number method. Example: from the following data, select 68 random samples from the population of homogeneous group with a size 500. Truly stratified random sampling considering the following categories in as strata. C1 means category number 1, lower income class. C2, middle income class. C3, upper income class. Example is first stratum, next homogeneous group, third percentage from the population, fourth number of people in each strata. Random sample is the last column. Category number 1, lower income class. Number 39. So 39 divided by 100 into 500 gives 195. Next, random samples. 195 into 68 divided by 500 is equal to 26.5. Nearly is equal to 26. Category number 2, middle income class. The percentage from the population is 38. Therefore, 38 divided by 100 into 500 is equal to 190. Next, the random sample is 190 into 68 divided by 100 gives 26.5, nearly 26. Next, category number 3, upper income class. Percentage from the population is 23. So, the number of people in each strata, 23 divided by 100 into 500 is equal to 115. The random sample is 115 into 68 divided by 500 gives 15.6, nearly 16. The random samples total 68. Next, number of people in each strata is 195, 190, 115. Adding these three, we get 500. Next, percentage from the population 39, 38, 23. Adding these three items, we get 100. Explain in detail about systematic random sampling with example. In systematic random sampling, select the first sample from the first kth units. Then every kth number straight with first selected the sample. Procedure number 1. If you want to select a sample of 10 students from a class of 100 students, then k is equal to formula n divided by small n is equal to 100 divided by 10 gives 10. 10 is for every 10 sample, one sample has to be selected. Sampling interval is 10. Okay. Number 2, if the selected first random sample is 5, then the rest of the samples are selected as 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 85 and 95. Question number 10. Explain in detail. Chapter 10. Explain the details about sampling error. Errors which arise in the normal course of investigation or enumeration and account of chance are called sampling error. Sampling error is errors which arise in the normal course of investigation or enumeration and account of chance are called sampling error. Errors arise due to the following reasons. Number 1, faulty selection of the sample instead of correct sample by defective sampling technique. Number 2, investigator substitutes a convenient sample if the original sample is not available while investigation. Number 3, in area surveys while dealing with the borderlines, it depends upon the investigation whether to include them in the sample or not. This is known as faulty demarcation of the sampling units. Today homework: give the merits and demerits of sampling, random sampling. This is homework question. Any obligations or any doubt, reply the message. Thank you.